When running the router, we want to make sure you wear your safety glasses and hearing protection. Clamp your board to the router table with 2 clamps. Squeezing the handles securely, fasten the board so it doesn't slide around. When you traced your letters, make sure that you left a little room at the top and the bottom of the letter so that the router doesn't run out over the edge of the board. Set a stool in front of the router bench and slide it back a ways. It's easier to lean into the router station than to have to lean back. On the right-hand side of the router is an on-off switch. On the bottom of the router is the working end, or the router bit. You never want to have contact with the router bit. It spins at 20,000 revolutions per minute and it's very sharp. Make sure you run the exhaust system when using the router. You want to place the router at the starting point, usually the top of a letter. Squeeze the handle and slowly lower the router onto the wood and move with the line that you've drawn. Take your time, it's not a rush. When you get to the bottom of the letter, release the switch, the trigger switch, move to the top of the letter and repeat the process. It's always easier to router from the top of the letter to the bottom than vice versa. Let's work on the center part of the letter A here. Okay. Again, with the router running, you just lower it onto the start of your next letter, working top to bottom. Release the switch at the bottom, raise the router up, re-engage the router, and continue to follow the lines. If you notice the wood is burning at all, you're probably moving a little bit too slow. You probably need to move a little bit faster. It's always okay to come back later and clean up any little defects or things you want to fix. When done with the router, always set it in the router base. Don't set it on the table or it will cut into the metal grate.